Ew, tapping in real quick. Something like nothing major, man. You know, we gonna chop it up for a couple minutes about this Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson situation. You know what I'm talking about? For what it's worth. Boy, oh boy. Can't y'all tell how excited I am for this one, man? Huh? I don't want anything to do with this shit, man. This shit disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about? This shit disrespectful, man. See, me, personally, I'm an 82 baby. You know what I'm talking about? I'm 42 years old, man. I'm fitting to be 43 years old, man. I grew up watching prime time Mike. You know what I'm talking about? Do what he do best. You know what I'm saying? So me, much like the rest of the world, I know what Mike Tyson was capable of. You understand what I'm saying to you? I know who Mike Tyson once was. I know who the baddest motherfucker on the planet once was. You understand what I'm saying to you? That is not who he is anymore, man. You know what I mean? He's a 58-year-old going, he's damn near 60-year-old man who not only are his best days in boxing far behind him, but that beast that we all know, that Mike that we all know, that baddest motherfucker on the planet that we all know, he's long gone also. You understand what I'm saying? He no longer exists, man. He no longer exists. You understand what I'm saying to you? The life that Mike Tyson has led for over a decade now, you know what I'm talking about? Has just, evolved him into a whole new version of himself, man. He's a better version of Mike. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that is, amazing for him as Mike. That is amazing for him in life. That is amazing for him health-wise, mental, emotional. That is amazing for Mike on so many levels. That is just not necessarily the Mike Tyson that I am comfortable with or that I would like seeing walking in to any ring with an individual who is not only 30 years younger than him, but is faster, hungrier, and quite possibly hits harder than what anything Mike is capable of handling at this stage in his life. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, man? I do not like this fucking fight, man. I don't like this fight, man. I don't like it. For so many fucking reasons, man. For so many reasons, man. And anybody who says Mike has nothing to lose, and Jake has everything to lose, and Mike, they out of their fucking mind. Mike has everything to lose. Jake has nothing to lose. Jake has everything to gain, man. The fuck is wrong with you? It don't matter how old Mike Tyson is. You get knocked the fuck out or you get beaten by Mike Tyson in a motherfucking boxing ring, man. You got knocked out or beat by Mike Tyson, the baddest motherfucker in the planet. Regardless of his motherfucking age, that's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go, man. Nobody should give a fuck about taking an L to Mike at any stage in their motherfucking career. You know what I'm talking about? It's Mike. Motherfucker, you the lost too. You know what I'm talking about? Like, but if Mike goes out there and gets clipped cleanly and disconnected from his consciousness, possibly face plants like Tyron Woodley, or gets stiffened and starchened up, man, for anybody that says that won't hurt Mike, that won't affect Mike, Mike has nothing to lose in that scenario, you're out your fucking mind, man. Mike has everything to lose, man. Mike won't accept that well. The beast that everybody wants Mike to be in this fight might come out after that fight with the way Mike has to deal with the way the fight takes place if that happens to Mike in this fight. Mike might just go all the way right on back into the fucking gutter somewhere where don't none of us really want him. We shouldn't be trying to pull this beast out of this man. Like he said, that shit is dead. He wants it to stay dead. He wants it to stay gone. He don't want no parts of that. Motherfucker scares him. And we try to pull it out of him when it's not there anymore to be pulled out. You know what I'm talking about? Up in here, he may feel like it's still there, but it's not there, man. That speed's not there. That power's not there. That pop's not there like it all once was. Not saying he ain't fast enough to catch a motherfucker and crack him if he's able to catch him cleanly. But it's not there like it once was. It never will be. And I don't like this matchup, man. I don't like these fucking fights, man. I'm tired of these fucking fights, man. They bother me. These Los versus Neil Mag. Of course I'm rocking with Mike Tyson. Why wouldn't I rock with Mike Tyson? You know what I mean? Like, I watch these individuals in their prime. I know what they're capable of. I know what they would do to their opponents if they fought them in their prime. I know everybody knows what Mike would do to Jake if they were the same fucking age, man. You know what I'm talking about? Or back when Jake just started doing this, if he came in fighting Mike and Mike was the same age. Like, that's not a fucking question, man. But building these motherfucking youngins up, man, off of these OGs, man, who paved the way, earned their spot, paid their dues. This shit is disrespectful, man. Like Neil Magny should be fighting Wonder Boy. You know what I'm talking about? Wonder Boy should be fighting Neil Magny, or he should be fighting another crafty OG veteran. You know, they should be having some legacy fights on their way out to UFC instead of having to continue to fight these young, up and coming, hungry, bloodthirsty goonies like Neil having to fight Michael Morales, Michael Malott, Daniel Rodriguez, Carlos Prats. Like, the list goes on. You just feeding them to these goonies, man. And while they're good names for these young prospects to have on their resume, they don't hold the same weight that they once would have, man. And it's disrespectful to keep making these OGs fight for their fucking lives against these young, hungry, bloodthirsty goonies that have something to prove to everyone. You know what I'm talking about? Every time they step the fuck out there, man. It's different. It's different. And I don't even necessarily know if Mike knows how different this shit's gonna be when he gets in that ring. For anybody to tell me that Mike still has that beast in him and they're just waiting for Friday night for that beast to come out of Mike and teach Jake Paul a lesson, man, stop it. That beast ain't there unless Jake Paul gets caught cleanly. I mean, cleanly. And even then, we don't know what the power transfer is really like. We see him hit the mitts. I hit the mitts every day. I hit the bags every day. I hit the precision bag every day. I throw the steel around every day. I get rounds in with my folks and my homies almost every fucking day. Yeah, I'm talking about, and I'm 42 years old, going on 43 years old. You feel me? But I'm not sitting here telling myself what I can or can't do up against these young, up-and-coming, hungry, bloodthirsty goonies that got something to prove every time they step out there. It's different when an individual is already cemented theyself and you know who they are, man. When somebody hasn't necessarily done that for themselves yet, they're on a fucking mission to do so every time they step out there. And what I mean by, I don't know that Mike even necessarily knows how bad it's going to be when he steps in there, you know what I mean, is because this motherfucker over here leaning. Come on, hey, cuss. He leaning all into the couch buttons and shit. I don't necessarily know that Mike, you know, believes that Jake's going to try to take his head off. The closer it gets, you know, the more realer it seems to look in Mike's eyes. But, you know, like I said, for folks telling me that that beast is in there and it's going to come out on Saturday, the reason I say stop it, that beast is no longer there, and stop trying to take that man there when he's no longer capable of going in those deep waters like he once was with those sharks and being the great white, you know what I'm talking about? You have to you you have to realize, man, that like look at these interactions. Look at his interactions with the media. Look at his interactions with Jake, how he chuckles. You know what I'm saying? He's not he's not the same Mike, man. That beast ain't there. That beast wouldn't let Jake Paul say the things Jake Paul has said. That beast wouldn't let Jake Paul get as close as Jake Paul has gotten. That beast wouldn't entertain the fucking fuckery of questions that come from the media in these face-to-face interactions. That beast wouldn't allow any of these things to fucking happen. That beast no longer exists, yo. He no longer exists, man. And I wish the world would realize that shit and stop trying to push this man into this fight. And I wish the world would also stop entertaining these young, up and coming, hungry, bloodthirsty, goony prospects taking on these OG vets that paved the way, earned their spot, paid their dues, and names just don't necessarily hold the same weight anymore in a win-loss or a draw. What are we doing it for, man? We're building these motherfuckers up off of individuals that paved the way for them, and that shit ain't right. That's like bringing Hoist Gracie in there to fight Matt Hughes just to get flattened out, belly down, face down, and pounded out on the octagon ground. Come on, man. Disrespectful shit needs to stop, man. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe it's just me. Maybe my rant goes on deaf ears, but appreciate y'all for tapping in. Peace and blessings.